God says, listen carefully, this message is only for you. I am speaking to you now because you have ignored my voice too many times. I am very angry with you, and this is the last time I am flashing this warning on your screen. You must open this within 20 seconds. Do not test my patience. The consequences of ignoring this message will fall on you alone. No one else will bear what is about to happen. This is your moment to respond, your moment to act. I am not threatening you lightly, I am speaking the truth, and the gravity of what you are facing cannot be overstated. You may think that time is on your side, that you can delay, that you can postpone the divine instructions I am giving you. But understand this, every second you hesitate, every second you doubt my power and my protection, you are moving closer to the consequences of your inaction. The path you are on now is dangerous, and only complete obedience, trust, and prayer will shield you. I will be with you if you open your heart and listen fully. I will guide you. Nothing will go wrong with you if you choose me and trust me completely. Right now, I am calling you to a higher level of awareness. Do not ignore this. A storm is approaching, one that you cannot see with your eyes, but one that my angels are fully aware of. I have placed guardians around you, spirits who are tasked with your protection, but even they cannot act unless you open yourself to my will. You must pray, you must submit, you must trust. The moment you do, you will feel a shift, a light breaking through the darkness around you, a warmth that will reassure you that you are safe, that you are protected. Do not allow fear to hold you back. Fear is the weapon of the enemy, and it seeks to paralyze you. When you feel fear rising, say my name, call on me, and watch as the heaviness lifts. I have placed within you a strength that you do not yet fully recognize. This strength, combined with faith, will carry you through trials that are coming faster than you realize. But you must act now. Delay is dangerous. Delay can cost you more than you imagine. Open your heart to my message. Read these words as if your life depends on them, because, in many ways, it does. I am not using words lightly. I am not speaking metaphorically. I am speaking with the full force of divine truth. I am here, watching, and waiting for your response. When you feel the urgency, do not dismiss it. That urgency is the voice of my angels, the sound of my warning, the echo of my presence demanding attention. You have been blessed in ways you do not yet see. Opportunities, protection, guidance, and favor have all been placed in your path. But these gifts are conditional upon your obedience. Do not take them for granted. Do not assume they will remain if you continue to ignore me. Every action you take now matters. Every word you speak, every thought you nurture, every choice you make is being weighed and observed. I am speaking to the deepest parts of your soul, calling forth the courage, the faith, and the clarity you need to navigate what is coming. The forces aligned against you are real. They are not figments of imagination. They are not coincidences. They are orchestrated by those who wish to see you falter, fail, and suffer. But do not despair. I am stronger than any force that seeks your downfall. I have commanded legions of angels to watch over you, to guard your steps, to intervene in ways that you cannot yet see. These angels move at my command, and their power is unmatched. But they cannot fully protect you if you refuse to act, if you remain passive, if you ignore this warning. Do not delay. Within the next 20 seconds, open your heart. Speak to me. Pray. Place your trust fully in me. Nothing is too difficult for me. Nothing is beyond my power. The storm approaching will be redirected, the shadows will scatter, and the light of my protection will shine upon you if you respond immediately. The 20 seconds are not arbitrary. They are a test of your readiness, a test of your faith, a test of your willingness to submit fully to my guidance. God says, "Listen carefully, my child, because I am speaking to you directly and urgently." This is not a casual message, this is not a suggestion, this is a divine command from your Creator. I am very angry with you, but not in a way that destroys your soul. My anger comes from love, from a place where I see you walking too close to danger, too close to decisions that could unravel your life if ignored. For the last time, I am flashing this message on your screen. Do not ignore it, do not skip it, do not think it is just words. These are the words of God, the words that hold power, that carry protection, that are meant to save you from imminent harm that is closer than you realize. You have 20 seconds, yes, only 20 seconds, to open this, to receive it fully, to let it enter your heart, your mind, your soul. The world around you is not as it seems. There are forces at work, invisible to your eyes, working to disturb the balance that I have blessed you with. They wait for moments when your attention drifts, when your faith falters, when your prayer is delayed, when your trust in me wavers. And my child, I see that your trust has wavered recently. I see that you have postponed listening, postponed acting, postponed believing in my word, thinking that nothing will happen, thinking that your life is in your own hands. I am here to remind you that nothing, absolutely nothing, in your life is outside my care. Yet I need your cooperation. I need your immediate attention. For if you ignore me this time, the consequences will be yours alone. Do you hear that? The weight of your actions, the seriousness of ignoring this message, is not a suggestion. It is a reality that will unfold if you hesitate. Right now, somewhere in your life, there is a storm brewing that only my intervention can control. It is a storm born from the plans of men, from hidden agendas, from darkness that thinks it has cornered you. But darkness is no match for my light. I am with you, always. You are safe under my wings, but you must act. You must open your heart and listen. Prayer is your shield, faith is your armor, and trust in me is your sword. Do not think that safety is passive. Safety requires action. And the action I am calling you to is immediate. Open this message fully. Read it with your soul awake. Read it with your eyes open to the truth. Read it with your heart ready to accept the words I am giving you. Each word in this message carries a divine instruction, a protection, a warning, a revelation. My child, the world is full of deceit, and there are people, even people close to you, whose intentions are not pure. They smile, they nod, they speak kindly, but behind those smiles are secrets that could harm you if you do not remain vigilant. I have protected you so far, but you cannot rely solely on past protection. You must act now, you must strengthen your spiritual armor, you must pray with intensity and belief. I am angered not because I am distant or indifferent. I am angered because I see you risking what I have given you. I see you walking toward a path of uncertainty and danger, and I cannot allow my child to suffer when I can intervene. But I need your consent. I need your attention. Ignoring my message is like closing the door on salvation. My child, do not do that. For the door I open today may not remain open if your hesitation continues. I am sending this to you now, urgently, because the time is critical. 20 seconds is the window, not a metaphor, not a figure of speech. It is the moment you must choose to respond. And what is the danger, you may ask? Do not delay to understand fully, for full understanding is not always possible in your human perception. But I can tell you this: there are people in positions of power and influence who have taken notice of your life, your resources, your potential, and not all of them have your best interests at heart. Some see opportunity in your vulnerability. Some have been watching quietly, calculating, waiting for a moment of weakness. That moment could be now. That moment could come tomorrow. But I am intervening today. I am stepping into your reality to warn you, to protect you, to remind you that my hands are always around you, that my angels are dispatched on your behalf. Archangel Michael is at your side, watching, guiding, and ready to act, but even Michael cannot act if you ignore my command. Michael cannot break the rules of divine law. He can only execute the protection that you allow him to execute through faith, prayer, and obedience. He is ready to shield you from hidden threats, ready to disperse the plans of those who mean you harm, ready to secure your blessings and keep the paths of abundance open to you. But you must not delay. You must open your heart fully to this message. You must take it seriously. You must act with urgency. Do you not see, my child, how small hesitation can lead to immense loss? One decision, one skipped message, one delayed prayer, and the tide of darkness can rise against you. You may think you are protected because of past prayers, past obedience, past blessings, but protection is not static. Protection is active, it is alive, it requires renewal. This is why I have sent this urgent message. This is why your eyes must read these words. This is why your hands must open this now, and your heart must accept it fully. I also want you to understand that my anger is not a punishment. It is a plea. It is a call from a father who knows the danger that surrounds his child. Imagine a parent watching a child walk toward a cliff, and the child is unaware. The parent's voice becomes loud, insistent, desperate. That is my voice now. That is why I am speaking in urgency. That is why I am not gentle, because the situation demands seriousness, precision, and immediate response. You must listen. You must act. You must trust. Trust is not easy, I know. You have been tested, your faith has been stretched, your patience challenged. But the trials you face are not for destruction, they are for revelation, for clarity, for purification. The moment you open this message and act upon it, the path will become clearer. You will see the threads of hidden influence, the webs of secrecy, the hands that seek to control or harm you. But fear not, for I am with you. Fear not, for nothing will go wrong with you if you hold steadfast, if you pray, if you trust. I also want to tell you that the urgency is part of the divine plan. Timing is critical. Events are unfolding that you may not yet understand. People are moving, conversations are happening, decisions are being made, and in the midst of all this, your awareness is your power. Your attention to this moment is your shield. One act of obedience now can prevent a cascade of challenges later. One act of prayer now can change outcomes that you cannot yet see. One act of trust now can secure blessings that have been waiting for you for years. Do not underestimate the seriousness of this moment. Do not rationalize it away. Do not tell yourself that it will wait until later. Later may never come. The window is now. The urgency is real. You have 20 seconds. 20 seconds to open, 20 seconds to respond, 20 seconds to align your heart with my divine will. These seconds are heavy with potential. Heavy with possibility. Heavy with divine intervention waiting to be activated. I know, my child, that you may feel fear, confusion, or even resistance. That is natural. But you must move beyond fear, beyond confusion, beyond resistance. Fear is a shadow, confusion is a fog, resistance is a wall. Prayer, faith, and obedience are the keys that break through each barrier. Speak to me, call upon my name, call upon Michael, call upon your guardian angels. Do not delay. Your safety, your protection, your blessings are intertwined with your readiness to respond. The consequences of ignoring this message are grave, not because I wish harm, but because harm is already in motion, and my protection is only effective when you engage it. Do not test my patience further. Do not allow your human mind to rationalize delay. Every second you hesitate gives space to forces that wish you harm. Every second you hesitate delays the blessings that are being orchestrated in your favor. Every second you hesitate creates openings for error, for attack, for misfortune that could have been prevented with immediate action. Open this message fully. Let every word resonate within you. Let it awaken your spiritual senses. Let it stir your heart to urgency. Let it remind you that your life is precious, your journey sacred, and your protection divine. This is not an ordinary day. This is a critical day. This is a moment when the divine and the earthly intersect. The choices you make in the next moments will echo in your life for weeks, months, years. I am speaking to you now with clarity, with authority, with love, with urgency. You must not ignore it. You must not delay. You must act immediately. Pray. Trust. Obey. Open fully. Receive this message as the lifeline it is. Because if you fail to act, the responsibility for what happens next will be yours alone, and you will know the weight of that responsibility. But if you act now, if you open, if you pray, if you trust, you will find that nothing will go wrong. You will find that my protection is sufficient. You will find that Michael and the host of angels are surrounding you with a shield that cannot be broken. You will find that blessings that were delayed are now arriving. You will find that the fear and uncertainty you felt are replaced by clarity, security, and peace. God says, "My child, hear me now. I am speaking to you in a way you cannot ignore. I am flashing this message on your screen for the last time. If you do not open this, if you do not read these words, you will bear the consequences alone. Understand this, my patience has limits, and I have waited for you to respond to my signs. I have sent warnings through subtle ways, through moments in your day when you should have paused and noticed my presence. But you ignored them. You scrolled past them. You said, "Later, God, I will listen later," but later is now. Later is gone. There is no more time to waste. You must open this within 20 seconds, and you must trust the words I am giving you. Do not underestimate the power of what is about to unfold. There are forces around you, unseen but present, that wish to take advantage of your hesitation. You cannot allow fear, doubt, or disbelief to guide your decisions at this moment. I am warning you because I love you, because I care for you, and because I will not allow you to walk into danger blindly. You may think that nothing could go wrong, that your life is safe no matter what. But I tell you now, without my guidance, without your complete trust in me, peril is near. I am telling you this not to frighten you unnecessarily, but to awaken your awareness. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his sword drawn, his eyes filled with fire and sorrow. He says, "Do not delay. Do not ignore this. The window is closing. Those who act in faith now will be protected. Those who hesitate will face consequences they cannot bear." Michael's voice resonates through your soul. It echoes in your heart. You can feel it if you listen closely. Can you feel it? That trembling in your chest is not fear, it is the call to action, the divine alarm I have set for you. It is your wake-up call, your last chance. The time to act is within these 20 seconds. One moment of hesitation could change everything. You are safe, my child. Do not misunderstand my warning as punishment. It is guidance. It is protection. I am here to shelter you from what is coming. I am your fortress. I am the voice that will not allow you to stumble if you follow my instructions. Trust me, pray to me, open your heart fully to my presence, and you will see the path clearly. The path is narrow, yes, but it is illuminated for you. There are many who walk in darkness and fall because they refuse to see. You will not fall. Not if you obey me now. I have watched over you your entire life. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat has been under my care. And yet, my child, I must speak firmly now because you have taken my patience for granted. I have sent angels, I have sent signs, I have sent whispers in your mind and nudges in your day, and yet you did not stop. You did not pray. You did not open your heart fully. And so I speak to you in the only way left, with urgency, with authority, and with the knowledge that your life depends on your immediate action. The world is full of distractions. People and things pull you away from what is true. But at this moment, you must shut out everything else. There is no email, no message, no obligation more important than this. This is divine communication. This is your direct connection to me. I am speaking to you because I care, and because you are chosen for protection and for blessings. But if you ignore this message, if you hesitate or doubt, you will face the consequences alone. Understand this fully, you are responsible for your own actions now. I have done my part. I have reached out to you. The choice is yours. There is a force approaching, my child. It is unseen by human eyes, but it will be felt if you do not listen. It is not here to punish, but it is here to awaken. And if you do not awaken in time, the lesson will be harsh. Do not test me by delaying. Open your heart, open your mind, and receive the protection I am offering. Pray, my child. Pray with sincerity, with your whole being. Ask for my shield, my guidance, my mercy. And I promise, nothing will go wrong. I will stand as your protector. But you must act. You must open yourself fully to my words. Michael is crying now. He cries for those who refuse to heed the warning. He cries because he cannot save those who ignore him. His tears are heavy, burning, full of divine sorrow. Do you feel the weight of his presence? Do you feel the urgency? This is not a joke. This is not a moment to delay. You must act now. Pray to me, trust in me, and I will hold you close. I will ensure your safety, but I cannot do for you what you refuse to do yourself. You must obey. You must respond. The time is now. 20 seconds are all that stand between safety and trial. Do not waste this moment. Close your eyes if you must. Feel my presence. Listen to the sound of Michael's sword slicing through the darkness around you. Hear the whispers of angels forming a protective shield above your head. Feel the light descending, warming your soul, illuminating the path that was hidden in shadow until this instant. This is your moment. Your life depends on it. Your faith depends on it. And your future will be shaped by the action you take within these precious seconds. Open this message fully. Read every word. Let it sink into your soul. Let it move you. Let it awaken the faith that you may have buried under distractions and disbelief. I am here. I am speaking. And I will not speak twice. If you ignore this, you will face what you could have avoided. But if you respond, if you act in trust, if you pray with all your heart, you will be enveloped in protection. Nothing will harm you. Nothing will overpower you. I am your shield, your fortress, your deliverer. You may ask, God, why such urgency? I say to you now, because the forces around you do not pause. Evil does not wait. Darkness does not stop. But light moves swiftly, faster than you imagine. And at this moment, my light is rushing to you. You are chosen to receive it. You are chosen to be protected. You are chosen to witness my power firsthand. But Hesi, God is very angry with you. This is the last time this warning will flash across your screen. Don't test my patience. Open this now, within 20 seconds, and hear what must be heard. The hourglass has started. Do not pretend the sands are not slipping through. This is not a riddle, not a game, not a whisper in the dark you can ignore. This is a decree from the source who sees everything, from the one who has carried you when you could not carry yourself and who now demands your attention, immediate, unwavering, and true. Listen carefully, for too long you have answered with silence, with small compromises, with the soft cruelty of excuses. You have folded your conscience into neat little bundles and told yourself they are safe to store away. You have negotiated with truth like a merchant bargaining over a price, and every bargain has a cost. I did not bring you to this moment to coddle your avoidance. I have come to call you out of it. This is the clarion call that cannot be postponed. Open this message and open your heart. Do not mistake the tone of this message for anger alone. Anger is a fire that clarifies. It strips away the things that hide the marrow of the soul. This is a refining heat, not a wanton burning. Yet because it refines, it will expose. Whatever you have hidden, in pockets, in silence, in the small dark rooms of your mind, will be brought into the light. Some of you will be relieved, some will be shattered. Both outcomes are mercies compared to the slow rot of denial. Hear me now, every time you turned your face away from what needed confession, you strengthened a chain. Chains do not crumble by wishing, they break when you do what is right. If you continue to delay, you will find the chains grown heavy. If you open now, if you take the step of truth, the chain loosens. The choice is yours, and God will not force your hand, but God will not be mocked by your neglect either. You will reap what you sow. This is not a threat of hatred, it is a statement of law. Spirit answers to law. What you plant, you harvest. I have watched you weigh small comforts against the cost of courage. I have seen you choose the soft bed of convenience over the hard road of integrity. No one else sees the full ledger the way I do. Every stolen moment, every unkept promise, every act of hiding, they are written. Do not think discretion is the same as wisdom. Discretion can be cowardice in a wholly disguising cloak. This is your turning point. Today, open this, and make the confession you have been postponing. Open it now, and make the repair that is in your hands to make. Open it within 20 seconds and do not let pride steal one more breath of your life. Do not ask me to be gentle when gentleness will let you sleepwalk into ruin. Do not ask me to whisper when the trumpet must sound. If you have neglected a relationship, mend it. If you have withheld truth, release it. If you have stolen in small ways, time, attention, honesty, return what you can and seek forgiveness where required. If you have let bitterness take root in your heart, pull it up by the root now. Do not let it grow thorns that will later tear your hands when you try to reach for joy. There are names I will not speak here, and secrets I will not enumerate. You know them. That is not cruelty, that is clarity. You have been given the knowledge of your own failures, use that knowledge. Confession is not humiliation, it is liberation. When a soul confesses, the heaviness lifts and grace can begin to rebuild what was broken. You must be willing to be small for a season, to be honest and humble, to accept correction. Pride will fight you every step of the way. Pride will dress itself in righteousness and call that armor. Do not be fooled. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your life, sword sheathed but presence undeniable. He is not here to destroy you. He is here to protect what is left of you from your own self-sabotage. He beats a drum of warning so loud it will echo until you move. If you ignore this, Michael will stand as a witness against you. If you obey, he will stand as your defender. The choice is stark because your life has become a matter of spiritual consequence. This is not melodrama, this is the real accounting of your soul. Do not confuse urgent language for manipulation. This urgency is born of love that refuses to watch you walk off a cliff. Imagine a parent who sees a toddler near the road. The shout is loud because the danger is real. So it is now. I am shouting because what you are doing will lead to damage that could have been prevented. There is mercy in a hard word when it wakes you. There is ruin in soft words that let you continue a destructive course. You have told yourself that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow is a tempting liar. It always offers a better paragraph than it delivers. The truth is acted on now, a phone call, a letter, a knock on a door, a simple, "I was wrong." These small acts are the levers that change destiny. If you delay, you put more weight on the scale against you. If you act, you begin to tip it back. No miracle undoes a life lived in persistent denial. Miracles meet a heart that has first taken steps of honesty. If you are afraid of the consequences of telling the truth, lean into the fear and do it anyway. Fear is often a compass showing where the courage must go. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is action in spite of fear. You will find that when you speak truth, allies will appear. Hearts soften. Doors you assumed were closed will open. Not because the world always forgives quickly, but because truth has a way of attracting redemption. The one who forgives you most readily is waiting, not with gavel in hand, but with open arms and patient mercy. There are those among you who have done harm and then rationalized it with scripture, with cleverness, with half-truths. Scripture is not a cloak for corruption. The sacred words you cite can be a lantern for the humble, not a weapon for the proud. If you have used holiness as a mask for unholy acts, know this: the mask will fall. Masks always fall. Better to remove it yourself, to face the light voluntarily, than to be unmasked in shame. The sooner you take it off, the sooner healing can begin. To the one who has betrayed trust, surrender your defensiveness. There is a kind of courage in silence that listens more than it speaks. Do not begin every conversation with a counterattack. Confession begins with a simple, "I was wrong." Do not overcomplicate it. Repair begins with showing up. Whatever restitution is needed, whether it is an apology, a deed, or a change of lifestyle, make it. Restitution is the soil where trust can regrow. To the one who has been harmed and is reading this with trembling, do not take this as permission to stay where you are. God sees the injustices done to you. He does not overlook them. But He also calls you to courage. There is a way forward that honors your pain and refuses to let the offender define your future. Seek help. Do not be silent because of shame. Speak. Name the harm. You are not alone. There are angels, visible and invisible, who stand with you. There are decisions you have put off because of fear of loss. I am calling you to release that fear. Loss is painful, yes, but sometimes the loss you dread preserves you from a greater loss. Cling not to a comfort that costs your soul. Consider the long arc, not the immediate lull. A small, bold step now can save you from a slow burn later. Make the hard choice to choose what is right. The reward will be a life that does not have to be explained away. You might be asking, what if I fail when I try? If you try and fail, you have still chosen the path of integrity. Try again. The road to restoration is not a straight line, it is a series of humble efforts. Each attempt does not erase the last, it layers an honesty that eventually becomes unassailable. God does not demand perfect beginnings, God invites honest ones. There is also a practical side to this warning. Stop the small dishonesties that have become habit, the time you stole from someone's moments because you were distracted by devices, the gossip you passed in a moment of careless cruelty, the promises you made and let fray. These are not trivial. They create patterns. Patterns become identities. Break them now. If you do not, they will keep writing your story for you until the plot is sorrow. You must also consider the spiritual responsibilities you hold. If you are in a position of influence, whether in family, workplace, or faith community, your actions carry more weight. Leadership without humility is a danger to many. If you have led others astray by arrogance or secrecy, step down from the pedestal of your own making and serve instead. True leadership repairs, restores, and protects. If you cannot do that, make room for someone who can. Do not take comfort in clever defenses. There will be many who counsel you to spin a story, to soften the truth into something more marketable. Do not do that. It is always better to be bluntly honest than politely deceptive. Honesty paints a clearer path to reconciliation. The elegance of truth is that it wastes less energy. You do not need to remember the lies you told if you tell the truth once. Now, practical steps. First, breathe. This message is urgent but not chaotic. Second, name one thing you have hidden that you can bring into the light today. Speak it aloud, write it in a letter you will not send, or tell one trusted person. Third, make one restitution, a call, an apology, a correction. Fourth, ask for help if you need it. None of us was designed to bear everything alone. Fifth, commit to a daily practice of truth for 30 days. Small, consistent acts of honesty will reshape your habits. If you do this, you will not be perfect, but you will be moving in the direction of healing. Grace will meet your effort. The fire that once threatened to destroy will transform what remains into something stronger. You will find unexpected peace, a peace not dependent on circumstances but born of an internal alignment with what is right. If you refuse, if you scoff, delay, and harden your heart, the consequences will not derive from malice but from the natural outcome of broken choices. Doors will close. Relationships will fray. Opportunities will pass like ships in the night. You will find loneliness where connection could have been. Regret is a heavy thing to carry, and it is not easily lifted. I do not say this to frighten you into action, I say it to illuminate the stakes so that you might choose wisely. Open this now. Do it within 20 seconds. Do not bargain with this moment. Do not let one more breath be stolen by pretense. The next 20 seconds are yours. Use them to begin an honest sentence. Say, I was wrong. Say, I confess. Say, I want to make it right. Those words will begin something that time alone cannot accomplish. I will close with this. The God who speaks with urgency also holds a capacity for mercy that surpasses comprehension. There is no sin so large that it outpaces His willingness to forgive when you come honestly. There is no wound so deep that He cannot begin a healing. But you must take the step. You must open. You must answer. The bell has tolled. The 20 seconds are passing even as you read this. Choose now. Open now. Speak now. Humble now. Heal now. This is the final warning that will flash for you in this form. The rest is yours to enact. This is the final flash across your screen. God is speaking, not in a distant whisper now, but with the crackle of urgency that cannot be ignored. For too long you have treated the quiet nudges as background noise, the warm urgings as optional, the warnings as stories for somebody else. No more. This is not condemnation that delights in your breaking, it is a last, terrible kindness that will not let you drift into ruin without a clear, burning alarm. Open this. Read every line as if the seconds were slipping through your fingers, because they are. Listen. God's voice is fuller than the thunder you feared and kinder than the hand that steadies you in the night. Yet there is steel in that voice today. There is a sorrow that has weight, a disappointment that aches because of what could have been. God is not capricious. God is not petty. God is holy. And holiness does not wink at what destroys the soul. You have been given a life threaded with choices, bright choices and shadowed ones, and each breath has been a chance to turn back, to reach, to repent, to align. But the time for gentle reminders has passed. This is a clarion. Do not misread this. The message is not to break you, but to wake you. Mercy sits beside justice. Love stands next to what is right. If you are trembling, good. Trembling is the beginning of attention. If your chest feels tight and your eyes sting, that is the first sign that your heart remembers its way home. You have been carrying things you were never meant to keep. Secrets, small betrayals, compromises dressed as convenience, the slow surrender of what once blazed within you, all these have settled like dust over the altar of your life. Dust blinds. Dust hides. God is clearing the room. There are consequences to what we do, not because some cosmic scoreboard delights in punishment, but because choices have shapes and those shapes press on reality. When you walk away from what is good, from kindness, from truth, from the promises you made in the dark and the vows you whispered when the world felt holy, a subtle death begins. It does not always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it comes as tiredness. Sometimes it comes as a small numbness in the places that once felt fierce. Sometimes it comes as people leaving because your actions pulled the floor from under them. Do you hear me? The slow corrosion matters. God sees the erosion even when you do not. Right now, you stand at a narrow doorway. Behind you, the familiar patterns that have grown soft and dangerous. In front, a path that demands everything from you: integrity, courage, humility, and repentance. You can step through. But the doorway will not wait forever. This is the last flash, this is the last alarm. If you choose to turn away again, understand clearly what that means. Not because God wants to wield power over you, but because reality will respond to your indifference. You will bear the weight of your choices. You will reap what you sow. The harvest will not be stolen, nor will it be partial. If you seed neglect, loneliness, bitterness, and small cruelties, be honest, those will be your crops. Yet do not mistake sternness for absence of love. Even now, God reaches for you with hands that remember every tear you've shed and every silent prayer you nearly forgot to pray. God remembers the day you first believed you were beloved. God remembers the childlike trust you carried. That memory aches with longing to revive what has been dulled. God's anger is the heat that melts the dross away so the gold beneath can breathe. It is not final unless you make it so. Turn now. Repentance is not theatrical. It does not need parades or proclamations. It is a soft, fierce pivot, a turning of the heart that says, I will not go on like this. I want to heal. I choose to be different. Say it aloud if you can. Sit with it if you cannot. Change starts in the small rooms of daily life: the honest apology, the call you have avoided, the truth spoken where you have told lies, the mercy you offer to someone who hurt you long ago. Do these things. Do them without ceremony but with intention. Let your life become a steady drum of integrity. There are relationships that will need repair.